We're back at you at Gloves Off, and today we have one of Laredo's favorites, one of Laredo proud, a boxer that has come up and she has taken everybody's heart. Her name is Mandy Fuentes. We're going to talk to her about her boxing, how she started, what her goals are, and all that. And I'm going to tell you why Mandy's so important. Within boxing, everybody always goes into a boxing gym and you have many guys training. But for all those guys that are training, you have one or two women in every boxing gym. So when you get a woman that is fighting at her levels, there's a lot of women that have gone through and passed. Okay, so she's very important towards boxing, and women are very important in boxing. And at one time, for every 25 male boxers, you get one girl inside the gym, and it's still kind of the same way. You see a lot more women flocking towards boxing, but not that many women competing. And we want to thank her for her strength and for her positive role model here in Laredo and in the world of boxing towards young girls and moving forward. How are we doing, Mandy? We doing good?
Good morning, very good.
Glad to have you.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's more than, an honor to be here. So
let's touch base. How did you get involved into boxing?
Let's see. It was about 10 years ago. I was 15. I was in high school. And my grandfather, who I see as my father, may he rest in peace, he's the one that brought me to the boxing world. And ever since the day I stepped into the Los Dos Leros boxing gym, it's literally been my second home. And my trainer, Felix El Gato Garcia, he's been like a dad to me ever since, and I'm proud to say that I'm from that gym.
Oh, it's great. I know Felix very well, and he's a very good friend of mine as well. And I'm glad that he has continued moving forward with boxing, and he's been one of the ones that has taken, in the last, I would say, 15 years, taken young boxers and that wish to go pro and taking them and fulfilling that dream. We've had other boxers in the past, but Felix has been a lifelong. I've known Felix for the last, I guess since I was 10 years old, I've known Felix. So it's been a long time. And he's done an excellent job over there. Let's touch base. You had a recent title bout. What happened? And above all, you're here. Let's touch base.
This past fight, I could say it was a learning. How I see every fight, it's a learning experience. And this past fight, of course, it's like a bullet through my chest. I'm still heartbroken. I'm still hurt by it. But what doesn't kill us today will make us stronger tomorrow. So I'm taking that. I'm taking that in as a learning experience, and I'm moving forward. Because now, coming in November 4th of this year, I am going to fight for another WBA world title belt.
So you're fighting for another title belt. You're not fighting for another belt. When?
It's going to be in November 4th in Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to be against a Bantam. My opponent's going to be... Let me get her name because I forgot her name. It's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia for the WBF World Boxing Federation Bantamweight title against Helen Joseph. She's a featherweight fighter, and I'm actually moving up a weight class to get this opportunity to just erase, of this past fight and just move along forward, because that's what I've learned from boxing in and out the ring, that life goes on, and the more positive vibes that you have on yourself, the you get to new doors get to open.
Understood. And then one thing about boxing and pugilism in general, it produces a person to understand reality. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you get hit by the punch, but sometimes, like the old saying, you have to roll with the punches, right?
Yeah.
And some people never learn how to do that inside and nor outside, right? But usually that's what boxing does, and that square circle is basically what has elevated a lot of people, and Laredo has always had a strong boxing tradition. You know, the first world champion from Laredo was Battling Shaw, and he taught a lot of greats. You know, my uncle was involved with boxing and taught boxing from the 50s and the 60s, the older generation. That's before Infante and Mendiola and all those guys were even involved in it. And so there are a lot. I'm very proud of the boxing that's from Laredo. You know, you had the two brother Canizales that were great world champions. You had Hector Ferrero, who was a world champion as well. So you have people you have the Gomez shotgun and Cobra that are excellent role models. We had the Holguins that have been producing for a long time that were from Laredo that were fighting as well, the Davalos as well. So we have a lot of great names. And now you come around, and you're stepping up there. You know, Laredo loves you. You know, I see the little girls post, and here's Mandy, here's this, and that positive role model for everybody. That's what it's needed, and I want to thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Let's touch base on what you learned, because we all learn. You know, I've fought in the ring, and every time we fought in the ring, whether we won or whether we lose, we start building upon that. What did you see that you needed change and that you're doing now?
Start building myself a bit stronger mentally and physically, of course. How I see boxing, I see it as an art. And, you know, this past fight made me learn that, you know, training punches isn't just about boxing. It's the art of it. And it's a learning lesson, once again. And I just want to say that coming up this November 4th, it's another big opportunity for me to open doors, not just for myself, but as for a woman, because I'm sending that message. I want to send that positive message that women can also accomplish anything as much as men can.
Of course.
And at the moment, of course, I mean, I'm human. I'm human, and, you know, I'm not made out of metal. I'm not made out of steel. I hurt. I get emotionally wrecked as well, and I'm not perfect, you know. But I just want to send that positiveness towards Laredo, and I really thank Laredo for always supporting me in my career, in and out the ring, you know. So I just want to send that message to Laredo that us women can do it also. That's why every time I fight that song from Jenny Rivera, También las mujeres pueden, you know, that gives me so much hypeness and that gives me so much motivation that, you know, us women can do it. And us women...
And those that think that they cannot, they're living in the dark ages. You know? And we have great... women leaders. We have great, especially here in Laredo, we have great women that are public officials that are moving forward, and those that believe no, only men can. No, please, you know,
I
please
totally
get out of
agree.
you know. And we've always had that throughout history. Women have always been ahead of things, and that's just the way it is. And people need to understand that. You know, everybody has its own level, but that's reality.
Yeah.
You know, it's man and woman. It's not men or women. It's both together.
It's both, yes.
And that's the way it is. She's from what? From Africa? Is she from Nigeria?
She's a Nigerian. She's from Nigeria, and it's, you know, as I'm stepping up, moving up towards my career. Of course, every fight I see is hard. It's just gonna get harder by the day. But, you know, challenge is what makes you greater, and it doesn't just. It's not just in boxing, but it's in life. It's in life as well. You know, as life throws you hard things, you just gotta learn to accomplish it and move forward.
Right. What do you? November's not that far away. You got 6 weeks now. You should be starting already.
Yes. Yeah, I already started.
You should be already on
Yes.
the goal for that, and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. And we wish you the best. Actually, the best.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate, you know, not only the support from here from Laredo, but, you know, for us women. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be in boxing. It could be in any sport. And I'm with all the women that are accomplishing things as much as men are. And that's the message that I want to send out to everybody.
You're doing an excellent job. And
Thank you.
Let's talk about another one. How about this weekend's fight?
Oh my goodness. Well, this weekend's fight,
Canelo
everybody,
versus Triple G.
Canelo and Triple G fans out there, in my perspective, as known as, I'm a fighter as well. I know what they're going through. I know exactly, what their mentality is right now. It's war. And it's not going to be an easy fight for Canelo or for Triple G because they've been in this preparation for so long that, one of them is
one of them's going to come out champion.
Yes.
And I like both fighters. I like both of them. I like both distinct styles. I like Canelo's because he fits over what we are. Okay. And the only thing I say is Triple G has a soft belly, and if Canelo can take advantage of that, I think that we're going to have a banker. And if not, we're going to have Triple G in the lasting long rounds. To me, they're both warriors. They're both great boxers.
Yes.
This fight reminds me of the old fights of Sugar Ray Robinson and La Mota.
Yes.
You don't know exactly who's going to win. Both of them are going to go in there. They're going to give it their best, and it's going to be a battle.
It's going to be nothing but blood, sweat, and tears.
I think in the next couple of years, we're going to see them rematch each other over and over. I think that's going to be the LaMotta and Robinson of this decade.
I agree. And with this upcoming fight, fans from us Mexicans to, both from Triple G and Canelo, it's something that boxing was missing for so long. And I feel like this fight is we're taking it back to old school boxing. And I'm just waiting for who's gonna get knocked out. I'm actually going for Triple G, but one punch can change everything. I could tell you that much.
Yeah, and you both, they're. And how about the last bout that was made? What was it, 2 weeks ago with Mayweather McGregor?
Oh,
I knew that was going to happen.
I mean, both are combative sports. I mean, they're lonesome sports because it's fighting. Yeah. Fighting, there's no teammates.
That's exactly right.
It's just like how I say myself. It's me, myself, and I, and my trainer's voice. They're two combative sports, but they're totally two different worlds. Now, for McGregor, him as an MMA fighter, and he's something in his world. For him to step up into our world, I mean, look who he went against with. It's Mayweather. Mayweather is the brain of boxing.
It's the best there is.
He's the most intelligent fighter in my perspective because he makes you miss and he makes you pay. That's similar. That's the school that's similar to mine. And so I feel Mayweather, and for McGregor, I give him props and my respect because he went up not just with anybody. He went up with the master of boxing.
Yeah. And
for him to get that experience, I feel and my respects towards him. But it's like if Mayweather's going to MMA, come on, McGregor's gonna he's gonna school him in his world. So, but it was just a bot show, I could say. So I'm just waiting for this Saturday. I already want the week to pass already.
Well, it's, to me, this Saturday is going to be the making of a couple of more rematches in the next 3 years.
It's another history in the books, and I'm patiently waiting for that night.
And so, to me, I'm with Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
And but I know that Triple G is a dangerous man.
Yep, both are dangerous, and both are true warriors. So it's gonna be about that. We're probably the fight of the century, fight of the decade, actually. So in our time. So I can't wait.
So another one, from Nigeria. She says she is, yes. Right? Have you studied her? Have you guys looked at her?
My trainer has, and I'm the. You could say I'm the type. I don't study my opponents. I just let my trainer. That's his work. That's his job. All I gotta do is just listen to him, and gotta listen to what he's telling me to do. He's like my remote control. It's like how I tell the little ones, when you're fighting and you hear his voice, he's like a game. Like, he's controlling the game. So if you want to win, you gotta listen to him. Mm-hmm. That's how I pick up. I don't like personally. I don't like studying my opponents. I just listen to my trainer, and I try my best to stay focused.
Okay. What does Mandy have to say to the upcoming boxers, the upcoming folks that are trying to follow your footsteps, the young girls that all of a sudden say, you know what, I'm going to throw away the pumps and I'm going to put on some boxing gloves? What do you say to them?
Follow your dreams. After so many knockdowns that I personally passed through, in and out the ring, it's not the end of my life. It's not the end of the world for myself. I just got to pick myself up, shrug my shoulders, and go forward. Follow your dreams, and anything if you want to accomplish, you just got to go and get what's yours.
Exactly right. And we're proud of you.
Thank
and good
you so
luck,
much.
and let's move forward. And on Monday or after the fight, we'll communicate and see what happens. I think it's going to be a good one.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much.
Towards Laredo, you guys stay safe. Prayers to those affected by the storms, and to the first responders, and to those folks in Rockport, here, Texas. We're behind you, and we're going to try to help you as much as we can. And let's not forget our first responders. And we'll have something coming up on our behalf for the police in the near future. So that's a little secret that we'll post next week when we're going to have that. All right? Again, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Paul. Have a wonderful day, and thank you, Laredo, for everything. May everyone have a blessed week, and God bless you all.
Okay. Until next time.